Today I'm going to talk about a very ancient musical scale, a tuning system created by the Pythagorean philosopher Archytas. Archytas lived in the city of Tarentum, which is in the southern bay of Italy, part of Magna Graecia. Archytas was a mathematician and a philosopher and a musicologist, and he gave us a scale, several scales, but one in particular, two in particular that we'll look at today. One is the diatonic scale, which Ptolemy tells us is the tonic diatonic. It is a 7-limit tuning system, which means it uses the 7th harmonic. It starts by tuning this 2 tetrachords, and then we will continue with the Pythagorean tuning to get the 6th and the 3rd. And then from the 3rd, we will use the harmonic in order to find the 2nd, which is down 8/7. And 8/7 as a downward movement is equivalent to 7/4 as a upward movement. So we can use the 7th harmonic to get that. And then we go from that string to the 6th. And this can be done using the harmonics of the 7th or just finding the 5th above the 2nd. Now we can hear what this tuning sounds like completed here. We can check it by seeing that each of the notes is indeed a 5th relation to the other above it. And this tuning makes possible the septimal minor chord as the home chord here, since the center note, the tonic, is in the middle, called mezze. Now let's take a look at the enharmonic genus, which is achieved by changing only 2 notes within the tuning of Archytas diatonic. So we still have the same tetrachordal structure, but what we're going to do is we're going to drop down this 3rd note in the scale significantly. So instead of being a whole tone, it is actually a major third, a just major third. Now, this is much easier to do by just using the harmonic, so I'm going to try and find the harmonic here. And just like that, I will have my lower tetrachord set in the enharmonic genus. And clearly its characteristic is that it has these very tightly packed notes here. They're called puknon, smaller than our semitones. It's actually 2. And so now I'm just going to adjust the upper tetrachord by bringing it into a 5th with respect to this new tuned note that I have. And now I can play in this really whimsical, strange tuning called the enharmonic, which has completely fallen out in history. We have basically only used the diatonic scales, at least in the West. You can see that it has these very large gaps and then tightly packed notes into a small area. I'm not very good at playing this harp, but you get the idea. It's a really cool scale, and I think it has a lot of potential. It's very dramatic. And this can be approximated in 31 equal temperaments, so that's another way of playing this without using the exact just intonation intervals. And here's what that sounds like on piano and soprano saxophone. I wrote this piece with a friend of mine, Jonathan Kay. I was on piano and he was on sax, and I just want to share that with you to end this video and to just say how great Archytas tuning is and how much potential it has.